Pleasure to speak with you
Hi.
today. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Course. I kind of want to ask you to start off why this was the story you decided to tell with the follow-up, because there's obviously so many different ways you could go about it.
For sure. Yeah, well, it'll be 40 years since the original next year. So it's a long time coming for sure. I'm sure a lot of people thought it would never happen. I wasn't sure if it ever would either. You don't want to do something that you don't feel you're coming from strength from. And so the idea that I think I was in a place in my life where I was older, it was more interesting to me to explore a older Ralphie with his own family, with his own children, but still that dreamer, still has fantasies, and his life's not where he wants it to be. And I think also the idea of the passing of a parent, that is something that pulls you home. Felt like it was a more dynamic place to start, and also to have the whole original cast back, in the kids, which was really important. That's a timing thing, and to have the resources to be able to rebuild the house, that whole Cleveland Street, to recreate the universe, so to speak, to feel as though fans and audience are transported in. So I'm not saying it needed to take nearly 40 years, but I think that's part of the reason why, was just the maturity and the distance. And I don't know, it's strange. I've been doing this myself for about 48 years now. And timing, the first one took 12 years to get made. They
Yeah.
couldn't get that movie off the ground. So timing is strange in this business, but it was the right time. And I'm glad we did it when we did.
The family theme, I came from a family that passed this film down to me. So my grandparents passed it down to my parents, and my parents passed it down to
Oh.
me. So I'm curious for you, what has it been like to see the original film passed along through generations? It hasn't disappeared. It's become a holiday tradition, a holiday classic. It's on 24 hours a day on
It
my
plays on a
Christmas.
marathon. I
Yeah.
know it's remarkable, especially because it was not very, it was fairly well received, but it didn't make a lot of money in the box office. And in '83, there wasn't video or cable, so it was a time when most films came and went, and that was it. And there wasn't
Yeah.
really a massive secondary life, some television occasionally for films. This, I think, benefited from the boom of that. And it's been special to watch it grow over time and cross generations and have children find it. That movie is very much from a children's perspective. Um, this one shifts perspective. Ralphie's an adult, but the kids are a big part of it. And that was important to me because I know kids love watching kids. And so to have, Ralphie's children now, have big storylines in it, to be a part of it, to be really kind of his central drive to give them a great Christmas. Hopefully makes this one relatable to the younger generation as well.
And you kind of touched on this, but so many returning characters, so many returning actors. Can you talk about getting everyone involved and sort of the
Yeah, that was.
reaction?
They were thrilled. I think everyone, to your point, why now, was thinking, gosh, I don't think this is ever going to happen. And it's like, well, we're coming up on 40 years, so we better do it now. And I think everyone was grateful too, because we're able to, you know, have characters, I think, in surprising ways, how they turned out as grown-ups
Yes.
themselves. You think what you might think of where that kid's going to be, and so we had, I think, a lot of fun playing with that and creating adult versions of them along with them. We involved them a lot, and we rehearsed, and then got some feedback from them. We rewrote based on that. So it was really, the first one was a family affair. It was a 3-month shoot in Cleveland in Canada, and we formed a good friendship. We had very much had the same thing here, where we got the band back together and everyone was together and really just trying to elevate each other.
Huge congrats on the film. I can't wait for the rest of the world to see it. Thank you for your
Oh,
time.
thank you so much.
Of
Appreciate
course.
it.
Professional artists and professors, maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC in full color.